Do you desire to know how does it truly feel to be loved by you? If you do, then let's dive deeper and see what the cards would reveal today. In today's reading, we are going to look into how does it truly feel to be loved by you, because I hope you recognize that your love is so precious that it is really a privilege to be on the receiving end of that kind of love. So today we are going to unravel that mystery of how does it really feel to be on the receiving end of that love. So let's see, right? For pile number 1, you have Mermaid's Love. For pile 2, you have Elixir of Life. And for pile 3, you have the Perfect King. So take deep breaths, drink some water, calm your mind, and see which of these piles calls to you the most. And once you've chosen it, you can go to the description box and click on the timestamp, which is going to take you to your reading. Right. So without further ado, let's begin with your reading. Welcome, pile number 1. If you've chosen the Mermaid's Love, then this is your reading. And let's see, how does it truly feel to be loved by you? Now, with the Mermaid's Love, the first thing that comes to my mind is Ariel. As we all know, the Little Mermaid, that fairy tale is really so popular. So the first thing that comes to my mind is people who have loved you, who've had the privilege to be loved by you. They feel like you are someone who would do anything for the person you love. Quite literally how Ariel gave up her mermaid tail for a pair of legs, traded her voice for that. So she gave up, she sacrificed something really big to be with the person of her dreams, right? To be with the man whom maybe she doesn't even know yet, but she has this feeling in her heart that something is different, and that's why she jumps in. I feel like the people who have had the privilege to love you, they sometimes recognize the purity that you hold when you give your love to someone, when you do something for someone, even if it's a small thing. Say you wrote a poem or maybe posted a picture. So the people who have loved you, they feel like you're someone who does everything with a lot of heart in it, a lot of emotions in it. And no matter how much difficult the terrain may be, you are someone who, if knows what they want, will go after it. That is something that I'm seeing here. And your lovers really appreciate and are intrigued by that kind of purity that you hold, that kind of love that you hold. Like, how is it possible that someone is so pure and so genuine? Like, how can you sacrifice so much of yourself for someone you barely know? That's sometimes what goes around in their mind. But yeah, the privilege of being on the receiving end of this kind of love is amazing, because you seem to be someone who cares for your lover so much that the people who are in the receiving end of your love, they feel truly blessed to be in your presence, to have you, Also, can you notice that she is having a mermaid tail and the man is having feathers on her back, so he's having wings? I feel like being with you makes them realize that they have the full support to be someone really worthy in this world. So you would be that kind of woman or man, right? Who would be the support system of your lover, So you tend to be someone who, say, motivates your lovers, somebody who has always, stood beside them, rather than someone who would make your lover be ashamed of what they like or what they prefer, no matter how silly or stupid their dreams might sound. But you're someone who believes in the potential of your partners, and you push them to be their best versions, you know? That is something that I'm seeing here. So it's as if even if this person had a dream and was too afraid to fly, your presence itself makes them grow wings and fly higher, you know? That is what I'm seeing. So your presence, your love is really uplifting. Your love feels like their soul is being healed little by little. And they feel like they've never been loved this way before. They've never gained this kind of support before. They've never felt like they can be something. And maybe they've had these insecurities in them, but you tend to be someone who makes, the people you love see the beauty that you see in them, you know? So you make them realize who they truly are. And that is a power of you, pile number one. No matter what the person would tell, they truly believe inside that you are the reason they are what they are today, you know? So let's see what more we can find through our cards. You have the Prince of Discs, the Day Trader. Interesting. Also, this man gave merchant vibes. So I feel like maybe you were dating someone who is in business, or you might be attracting someone who will be in the business field. Could be, you know, or, you know, it could also be that you are someone who makes your partners have big dreams. You know, maybe they were too accustomed to living the same old life. Then you enter and you make them believe that, hey, you have every potential to be that person that you dream to be, you know, that person that you never thought you could be even. You know, you have the potential to be even greater than that. So you're someone who is actually like a motivational speaker to your lovers. To be loved by you is to be blessed by the universe. To have you beside them is something that makes them feel like, I must have done something really good in the past to have had you in my life, you know? I was picking up on this energy a lot, that some of you watching pile number one might think that, I know I have been good to a lot of people in the past, you know, my lovers, but yet they left me, you know, yet they have been rude to me, or have treated me in such harsh way that I know I never deserved. Then why is that so? If I was really somebody who was of such importance in their life, then why was I discarded, right? That is something that you feel. But hey, let me remind you, you have not been discarded, never. And I was already picking up on this energy that a person, a man with aspirations, with real aspirations to become something, to do something tangible in this world, would be the person to be able to stand next to you, you know, the person who would be able to handle you, your words, because you're not someone who is going to be sweet, you know, painfully sweet. No, you're going to be someone who is actually going to tell the bitter truth as it is, because you want the best for them, right? So why would you sugarcoat things? You're not like that. You're not like that. You are very loyal. You give your entirety. You give your 100% in a relationship. You give everything you have in your heart to this one person you adore, you have sworn to be with. And if that emotion cannot be held gently or, you know, firmly by someone, then I don't think that person ever deserved you, right? I feel like people who actually treat you bad or, you know, leave you, it's because they are really threatened by how you handle situations, you know? When they are struggling, say you are telling them to, hey, don't lose hope, you can do better, you know? You don't have to resort to things that are only going to make it even worse for you, right? Like, say, alcohol, you know, smoking, these things. People tend to do those things when they are stressed, right? So you're someone who would be telling that, hey, don't do it. You're extremely caring for your partner, even if it's just in the dating stages or talking stages of friend, you are very caring. You know, it's very much kind of like a motherly love that you give, you know, motherly, fatherly. But someone has to be really honest with themselves. Someone has to be deserving of that, you know, pal number one. And I think you already have understood that by now. And I feel like the person who is not truthful and is watching you, on the other hand, you know, keep working no matter how hard the situation is for you, right? That triggers them. That makes them scared of you. That makes them feel like, oh, you might have some you know, benefits, or say some help, you know, extra help from somewhere else. Like, it's not possible for you. It's just them. That is what I'm picking up. It's just them. But if that person knows how to truly hold your heart, you know, with care, with gentleness, with assurance, you know, with determination that they will never leave you, that person is going to consider themselves as the luckiest man ever, luckiest woman ever, you know, because you have the quality to be a very great mentor. Might I as well remind you, you're like a coach, you're like a mentor, you're like someone who is here to heal others. You could be a healer, you could be in a healing profession, you could be someone who is, you know, into tarot. You might as well yourself be a tarot reader, right? So these are the things that I'm seeing here. And you know, men who are not truthful, women who are not truthful, they will never be able to stand right next to that energy. They will not be able to match it. They might wear that mask for a good long while, sure, but it is going to come off, you know, sooner or later. It will, you know. That is what it is. It is intimidating to be in your aura because of how pure and honest and how loving and genuinely caring you are, you know. Someone who is not genuine, when they see somebody being genuine despite all the trouble that they are dealing with their life, you know, that scares them. That is the thing. Okay. Ooh, so your presence intimidates a lot of people, pile number one. It makes them feel like, are they doing anything wrong? You know, that is what I'm saying. You have the 9 of Wands with the Fortitude. What did I say? It's the feeling of always being on the guard, as in, okay, with the luxury 4 of Cups. Yeah, I feel like this feeling of always being on the guard, it sometimes tires a lot of people. So what it is like to be loved by you, it is at times overwhelming. Now, hear me out. It is only overwhelming for the people who can't stand you, for the people who don't have the power to hold your depth, hold your purity. Do you get my point? It is never your fault. How can it be your fault for being genuine, for caring so much, for loving so much? How can it ever be your fault? You're not at fault for doing those things, you know? You might be at fault for recognizing the wrong person and making them your lover, but, you know, you're not at fault for just being you. You know, loving someone with your whole heart that you believe to be your person. You're not wrong in that. And if somebody is sane enough, they will realize how precious you are and they will try to protect it. But instead, I feel like with the 4 of Cups, there have been people who try to disregard it, you know? Like, they might have tried to ignore you because they were too overwhelmed and they didn't want to face you. They didn't have the face to actually face you with honesty, because they knew that when they would stare into your eyes, they would have to see their deepest, darkest secrets flash in your eyes, because they would be seeing that negative self of themselves in the reflection in your eyes. And they will not be able to see that. They will not be able to hold it, you know? And that is the reason why a lot of people bail, a lot of people run away, a lot of people are scared. They will make excuses, they will make you look like you're too much, but you're never too much, pile number one. I want you to, you know, if there's one thing you will take from this reading, I want you to know that you are never too much. You are someone who is genuine, and you should be proud that you love so deeply. You should be proud in yourself that you are in tune with your feelings, that you have this heart that has not hardened even when you're living in this world, you know, because this world is cruel, man. It is, you know, and yet amidst all of that, if you have decided to be kind, do you recognize how powerful you are and how strong you are? And you better recognize that, pile number one. You better do it, okay? Or I'm coming after you. So yeah. Man, I love your energy because, you know, it's so pure, it's so beautiful. It's like something that makes you want to take care of it all the time, you know? If I was your lover, let me tell you, okay? I would just wrap you up in a blanket and just hug you all day. Like, yeah, I would have done that, you know? I just want to be in contact with your energy all the time. And I feel like that is what lovers would really want, you know, the ones who are not afraid to be themselves around you. They're not afraid to let their emotions out. They're not, you know? You don't have to beg them to show their emotions to you. A man or a woman who is sure of you and who really sees you as someone who is worthy of all the praises, literally someone who is like their dream man or woman, I feel like, yeah, with the Two of Cups, hey, at the bottom of the deck, I feel like that person is going to recognize your worth. And when they do, they're gonna be crazy in love for you, right? Like head over heels, okay? They will do anything, even the impossible, right? Even if you two are from totally different worlds, totally different cultures, because she's from the water with her mermaid tail and he's from the sky, you know, with his wings. So two different worlds, the air, the water. Even if it is difficult, this guy or this woman, they would go to the end of the world to be with you, you know? They wouldn't care because they know what they want. And that is something that you should be aware of, pile number one, that you deserve nothing less. You deserve that kind of love. And your love is so precious. It makes them be in disbelief that how someone like you is their lover, and to always steal glances at you and smile to themselves, you know, in an attempt of trying to always make themselves believe that, hey, I think, you know, I just can't believe that this person is mine now. Do you see that? That is the kind of power you have, pile number one. And you need to recognize that, okay? People want to give you a lot of gifts. That's what it makes me feel like your love makes them so happy emotionally, mentally, that they want to shower you with gifts. So if you're going to tell me that, but hey, I've not had lovers like that, then I feel like this is an energy that I'm picking up on your future spouse, you know, the one who is meant to actually love you for your life. I feel like that person is going to be straight on obsessed. Okay, you have the Emperor. Can you see? Yeah, the man who is actually the emperor, you know, who has the qualities of an emperor, who is a man of their words, their principles, you know, that is a person who can hold you. Now, it doesn't have to be a man, it can be a woman, right? So gender is fluid in tarot, take it as it is. An emperor person is someone who respects themselves and the people around them, okay? Because they know what is real and what is not. They have been through a lot to not be swayed by temporary temptations of this world and let go of things that matter to them the most, you know, just to experience a fleeting thrill. They chase love, they chase intimacy, they chase real connection, they chase authentic purity, you know? That is what I'm seeing here. And I feel like you hold it. And once that person finds you, they're going to be crazy. That is what will make them fall for you in the first place. Your honesty. You know, the innocence that you hold in your eyes. Pile number 1. That is so beautiful. Wow. Okay. Let's see, how does it feel to be your lover? Okay. We have here 2 cards. I'm going to take these 2. One is fearlessness. Turn your warrior into a warrior. Solar plexus chakra, amber. Ooh, and what do you have? The only illusion is separation. Chakra balance, unity. Blue lace agate. Also the fact that you have blue clothes here, which is signifying mental clarity, peace. A lot of blue, amethyst and new jade, and also green. Yes. I feel like when someone is receiving your love, they find it a little bit difficult to separate from you. Yes. And with the fact that they say the only illusion is separation and the main thing is unity, I feel like more than anything, your love is so unconditional. It feels like your love is the love of divine. And they get so used to it, something that makes them finally realize the difference between what they need and what they want. And that is crazy. Your love is so powerful, pile number 1. Being in the receiving end of your love is like a blessing from the God. So yeah, someone has to be really miserable in life to not recognize your worth and not be able to hold your love. That is so pure, so honest, and so beautiful. So I feel like if someone can't, you really need not worry about it, pile number 1, you know? Because you're way better. You are way better. And you deserve so much more than this world can ever offer to you. So yeah, that is your reading, pile number 1. I hope it helped you. If it did, let me know in the comments section how it resonated with you. And if you want more readings like this, let me know in the comments section which part of this reading stood out to you, right? Let me know, because I love reading your comments. Okay, with that said, stay safe and take care, and I will see you in the next reading, pile number 1. Bye. Welcome, pile number 2. If you've chosen the Elixir of Life card, then this is your reading, and let's see, how does it truly feel to be loved by you? So in this card, it reminds me of a woman, I wouldn't lie, because of how she looks. It's uncanny how she exactly looks like this woman I've recently found in Instagram. I don't remember her name, but she is this lady who has exactly these beautiful curly hair and recites these beautiful poems about love and the feelings regarding love, her emotions. She lets it all out, and it makes me so happy to see her enjoy every line of poetry. I've never seen someone to be this happy, and she's literally like blushing while reading the poems. And I feel like the fact that her image popped up in my head as soon as I saw this card, it makes me feel like you are someone who is just like her, and your love makes others feel like that. Like, your love is something that makes others want to write poems for you, worship you, Yeah, I feel like, how does it feel to be loved by you? First of all, they would consider themselves to be the luckiest human alive. Okay, second of all, they would think of you as this muse that they need to worship, that they need to dedicate each one of their creations to. I don't know, but it's somehow something about you, something about your energy, how you make others feel. It's so magical, it's so ethereal, You make someone feel like they are the main character of a novel. I don't know why that came up, but you could be someone who reads a lot of books, and the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you act. It is very cinematic. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. It's very soft, and you seem to be a person who is not afraid to be yourself. You're not somebody who is very bothered by what others think of you. Say, for example, you are quietly sitting in a corner and reading your favorite book, and somebody comes up to you and says that, hey, why are you being so boring? Why not just go there and have some fun with us? You know, you're like, no, I'm happy. I'm happy here. You know, I'm okay here. I am enjoying whatever I feel and I deem as enjoyment. Thank you very much. You know, that is what I'm seeing about your energy. And I feel like you, as a lover, when you love someone, how does the other person feel? They feel like you're someone who is lost in your own world, busy like that, you know? So you're lost in your magical fantasy world, and they need to work hard to gain your attention. That is what I'm saying. So maybe they try very hard to talk to you, to grab your attention, to, you know, make you be present. You might be someone who zones out a lot or spaces out while in conversations, and you might not realize it sometimes, but you tend to do it a lot, and you think that it might be a problem, but no. You're just someone who thinks a lot and feels a lot, you know. So one word that sparks something in your mind, you go into this deep spiral of you know, thinking deeply about it. Yeah, I don't want to say overthinking, but I feel like you're more someone who takes joy in thinking, in dreaming, you know. You're a daydreamer, pile number 2. And to be loved by you almost makes the other person feel like they're living their fantasy. And also there is something about your beauty that draws them in. So also being loved by you, they are at first in awe, right? But also at the same time, they have this curiosity to know more about you. With pile number 1, I got this feeling of wanting to protect this sweet, innocent person. With you, it's more like they want to understand you petal by petal. It's as if you are this beautiful rose that is blooming in this magical garden, and this person finds you, and your beauty is enough to light up their soul, you know, strike something deeper in them, and they want to know every layer of you. Does that make sense? So you are an intriguing work of art for them to decode. Does that make sense? You're a mystery, you're an enigma, you're something that makes them wanna work hard for to achieve, you know. That is what I'm saying. So being loved by you, it is a privilege, pile number 2, like true privilege. And it's a feeling that I'm getting where your lovers always look forward to the next thing that you would do. So you might be someone who likes to write letters, or you could be someone who is very old school, like you like to send a little gifts, you know, thoughtful handmade gifts, you know. You would be my pile who would want to cook something for your lover with your own hands. You would be someone to knit something, you know, maybe a sweater, a beautiful dress. You might be someone like that who always strives to bring your imagination into reality. Because you're so imaginative, it pulls them in. They want to know what's there. Your inner world is so rich. They want to know about it, you know? They want to know what you're thinking. They want to know what is the next thing you would do. So being in love with you and being loved by you, that experience itself is like an adventure. It's like always, you know, waking up and there's a smile on their face because they know you are going to do something special for them, you know. It's a feeling where they look forward to come back to home to you, you know. It's a feeling where they always want to spend more time with you, figuring you out, rather than going out there doing the same old, you know. Even if they might enjoy other things, when it is them receiving your love, they feel like nothing else compares to that feeling of receiving love from you. Do you get that? Ooh, there is so much passion, there is so much love in it that you have. So much love. You're a very dreamy personality, pile number 2. Let's see what more we can find from tarot cards. How does it feel like to be loved by you? Oh, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. Didn't I say that they will consider themselves to be the luckiest man alive? Yeah, and do you really think somebody would be running away from their fortune, like running away from the thing that makes them feel like they're the luckiest? No, they will want to cherish it, and that is what it is, you know. Everyone, you might have a lot of secret admirers, you might also have in the future a lot of you know, people having crushes on you, even if you are married, right? That is what I'm seeing. So long after, even while you're married, I feel like you will always have people who would want to have a chance with you. Yeah, being very honest, because people feel like your love is like this rare forbidden fruit that they want to have desperately a bite of. But yeah, let's see what more we can find. Ooh, the Four of Swords. Yeah, your love makes them feel like they can finally rest. I'm getting this energy of wanting to worship you, wanting to observe you. Just do your own thing, you know? And they will just find enjoyment in that. So how does it feel to be having the privilege to be loved by you? Amazing. Amazing. Is there any words I can use to express that feeling? Ecstatic, euphoric, you know? Those are the feelings that they have. Magical, dreamy. Ooh, you have 2 cards. One is the Ace of Wands and the 9 of Cups. I'm not kidding with you. 9 of Cups is literally the wish fulfillment card, and Ace of Wands, something that is filled with passion. Hey, what did I tell you, huh? What did I tell you, pile number 2? To be your lover, to be loved by you, to have the privilege to be loved by you, is something that I think people would fight for. You know, you would be the woman or you would be the man people would go wars for. You know? Yeah. Lucky enough for you, you're soon, if not already, you're soon going to meet this person who is going to treat you like this queen that you are. You are about to live your dream life. Congratulations, pile 2. I am so happy for you. Let's see what else we can say. How does it feel to be loved by you, pile number 2? I want another. Ooh. Okay, so you have throat chakra, sodalite, vulnerability. Oh my god. Showing vulnerability is a sign of strength. Beautiful. And what else? Trust. Trust your intuition. It is in contact with a higher source of knowledge. Third eye chakra. Yeah, what did I say? You could be someone who is so dreamy. You could be my Neptunian baby, right? Could be someone who has Pisces placements really strong, and or Scorpio, but I'm sensing Pisces too much. You are really soft, really sweet. I'm hearing Virgo too for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah. You're someone who is having dreamy kind of a personality, right? I've been saying that for so long. You're someone who has this dreamy side of them that makes even your lovers wanna dig deeper and shed their layers and layers of protection that they have been putting on their soul all this time, you know, in an attempt to not let people mock them or make a fool out of them. No, you're someone who makes a man feel comfortable in showing their emotions and be okay with it, you know, without the fear of judgment, without the fear of what the society would ever think of them. They become more bold when they are with you. Do you understand that? You have this unique power in you, pile number 2. Your love makes them want to believe that they can be something. Your love makes them want to believe that they can heal themselves, that yes, they can let their inner child out. They can let themselves be their true selves with you. They can be honest with you, you know? Because with the vulnerable, with the trust, they trust you. You have this power to make your lovers trust you so much, no matter whether you're a man or a woman. You just know how to make someone comfortable in your presence. You just know. You would be this person, if not the one to receive poems and flowers, you would be the one to give your lovers flowers and poems if you want to. Yeah, you were the one. You don't think much of it. You feel like, why shouldn't I express my love to someone to the fullest, you know, as I know I can give my entire heart to you, so why wouldn't I? If I say that I love you, I really, really, really mean it from the core of my heart, so why not? You know, you're a person like that. You're so bold, and that boldness makes your lovers also feel secure about their emotions. It's like they can finally trust you, and they can finally let their guard down and be themselves with you. That is amazing. It is not something that everyone can, you know. People sometimes scare others, but your energy is something that welcomes, you know, someone to be vulnerable, someone to be okay with it, you know. Yeah, you make people feel comfortable. You know, one word, you make people comfortable with just your presence. You know, you might not even need to say anything, and even if you say something, your words are so eloquent, so filled with emotions and deep, right, that it makes them think for a moment, pause and think a lot, you know. That is the beauty of your love, pile number 2. I hope you recognize it. It is an amazing, amazing privilege to be in love with you. Because, see, your lovers see you as this diva, this goddess. Yeah, I just have to be very honest, okay? Man or woman, they see you as this person they will put on their pedestal forever, their dream woman. Doesn't matter what happened. If you tell me that you've never had a lover, the man who would end up with you, the woman who would end up with you, they will be crazy in love with you, right? Your relationship is going to stand the test of time, because I've seen a lot of people marrying and then, you know, leaving each other. But your connection, hey, they will never feel like there's another safe spot in this world than your arms. There's no other place, you know. That is how strong your energy is and how strong it feels to be loved by you, you know. So yeah, that is your reading. I hope you loved it, and let me know which part of this reading stood out to you the most. Hold your hopes high. You deserve the best, pile number 2. Okay, so with that said, I'll see you in the next reading. Till then, bye. Welcome, pile number 3. If you've chosen the perfect key, then this is your reading, and let's see how does it truly feel to be loved by you. Okay, so with this card, do I really need to elaborate it? It makes me feel like you have this energy of a problem solver, like you know what is gonna work, you know, and what is not gonna work, because that is the first thing that came into my mind. And I feel like when you love someone, right, they are first of all swooning over you, yes, because they feel like you're the smartest person they've ever met. Now, you see this hat, she's wearing a hat here. It makes me feel like you're someone who has such an active brain and such an amazing, curious, and unique thinking ability that I feel like your lovers always want to decode what's going on in your head, you know. They want to know what you're thinking, what's up there. Yeah, so they want to know that, because they feel like you are really an interesting person. Like being in love with you, being loved by you, is always full of surprises. You know, it's as if you know exactly what to say, you know exactly what to do, what is going to lift their mood up, what is going to make them believe in themselves once again, what is going to be the best kind of gift for them, what they're going to love. Like, you have something about you that makes you know exactly how a person would want to be treated. It's kind of like you know how this person is. You have a very good judgment of character. Like, you know how this person, what kind of things a person would like, you know. So you see a person and you already have a list of what they might like, what they might not like, and that is something that makes you even more intriguing. Like, how do you know it? How do you figure it out? So with this hat, I feel like you are someone who keeps it a secret. Maybe you are someone who might have access to secret hidden knowledge of knowing what a person might like. You might be into psychology, you might be into tarot, you might be into astrology, you know, things like that, that makes you know a lot about a person, right, that you're dating. So you somehow know what to say, how to say it, how to handle a situation with ease. Like, you're a pro in everything, and that makes your lovers feel like, oh my god, he or she is the one. Like, oh, I don't think anyone can figure me out like pile number 3. Nuh-uh. I don't think I've ever been understood like this before, like pile number 3 does to me, you know. That's the thing that I'm seeing here. And if they have ever a problem, you're the one who shows their love through solving that problem. Like, you're very interested to help people out, right? And definitely when you love someone, you are even much more proactive in that. So that is what I'm seeing here. You try to find solutions first. Like, you are someone who is very logical. You know, before you think with your heart, I feel like you're someone who thinks with your eyes open and your brain. Because, hey, you wouldn't believe me, but there are a lot of people who don't do that. But you're smart, right? That's what I'm seeing here. Okay, so let's see what more we can see. How does it feel to be loved by you? It is like the sense of having a constant support. You know, someone you can rely on, someone you can go to for advices. That is the feeling that your lovers get. You know, your love language might be being there for someone, you know, basically solving problems. That is something that I'm saying. Like, you might naturally be inclined to trying to fix things, or, you know, giving very practical solutions and advices to the people in need, you know. And you're very sharp because you don't let your heart, yes, you listen to your heart, but you don't let your heart rule over your brain and your mind, you know, as if to make you blind to the things that you already see is going wrong. No, you would be the one to be brave enough to call out that, hey, I don't think that is right, what you're doing. You need to do this way. And you, whatever you do, that makes you even more admirable, you know, and charming to your lovers. Like, it makes them feel like, oh my god, I'm so lucky to have this person as my lover. Exactly. Yeah, I'm getting reminded of this woman. I don't know, yeah, she's pretty popular. I don't know her name, but you know, this reel that was very viral, where this woman was hitting the hand away of her boyfriend, and then taking the corn and then breaking it in half, and then putting a stick inside it and kissing it, then giving it to the boyfriend. You know, I think you remember that. It is so funny and charming at the same time, and the men in the comments are like, oh my god, she is the man. You know, that is the energy that I'm getting in this pile. Like, if you're a woman, you could be very in tune with your masculine side, you know. Might be someone who is comfortable in that, also with the choice of dresses. I feel like you are someone who is more comfortable being a person like that. So exactly, like that woman, you would be the one who would just know how to win your lover's heart. You know, you always do something interesting, like every day, that keeps their interest always alive in you. That is what I'm saying. You have this thing about you that makes people never, never, ever lose this part. You have the Hanged Man. Interesting. Your love makes people see world in a different way. Makes them want to break traditions. Makes them want to see that, hey, I think we've been living a little too conservative kind of life. That, hey, I think this is something that's going wrong with the society. Why does someone have to just base themselves into these roles? Like a woman should do this, like a man should do this all the time. So your love makes people wonder if the society really is having right rules, you know? It's kind of like you might be this rebellious person, right? Who really invokes a lot of interesting thoughts in the minds of your lovers. Like you make them rack their brain. You might be someone who is very interested in debates. Okay, so you guys talk it out. So you're someone who is going to communicate your feelings with logic and reasoning. Okay, also with emotions, yes, but you tend to go with logic more. And you have this unique way of defeating anyone who tries to tell you that, you know, you have other options, you know, I think these are better. And you're like, I know why I've chosen this. I know. So you think ahead of time too. With the Seven of Swords, I feel like it's very difficult for someone to fool you. Very difficult for someone to have a won over you. That is what your lovers feel like, you know? They feel like you, even if you were just minding your own business, it's like you have your eyes everywhere, you know? So to be loved by you is to always, to even feel that, I think I'm being watched. So the people who don't think they can handle you, they will not be able to stand in front of you, you know? Ooh, with the Magician card, interesting. Yeah, you make them worry a lot about themselves, like they need to work hard to be at your level intellectually. So you challenge them intellectually, pile number 3. That is what I'm saying. Your lovers, you challenge them intellectually. You make them feel like, hey, now really, do you think the thoughts that you had in your mind about a certain thing, that's the only way of thinking? How about you see my perspective? So you open people to new perspectives, and that's how you make their brains go bonkers, you know? So yeah, it is very difficult to fool you, pile number 3. Sometimes some might think that you might be a little bit manipulative. I wouldn't lie. They think of it as a red flag, but really now, you know who I'm talking about if they think of you as a red flag. Well, oneness, the crown chakra, you're part of the universe and always will be. You're really unique, and I feel like you see the world in a different way. And that is something that you try to also invoke in your lovers. Like you respect their views. Yes, you're not someone who is going to impose your views on them like forcefully, no, but you would give them the choice to choose, you know, to make choices on, see this, see that, now tell me which is better. It's kind of like that, you know. Also with the connection heart chakra, Father Divine, Mother Earth, make love in your heart. Yeah, you also have this very soft side, you know, a pure deep love, I might say. Not just soft, because I feel like you could be ferocious if you want to. Your energy is very tricky, pile number 3. People might not figure you out very easily because you don't show your emotions that much. And your lovers might also struggle a little bit to figure you out, because even if you love them, you are there for them, you are supporting them, you are caring for them, right? You are intellectually challenging them, you're making them feel like, oh, I think this will be a better option. You're helping them out, right? That is what I'm seeing here. But at the same time, I feel like you don't show them everything about you. Like maybe you find it difficult to trust people easily, you know, because of maybe a past betrayal that you've faced in life. And that is the reason, all the things that you're doing, you don't show all of your cards. That's what I'm saying. You don't tell people all of your cards, even if it's your lovers. And your lovers sometimes feel like you're holding back from them, like you're keeping your heart guarded. They want you to open up a little. You know, that's what I'm seeing here. So to be loved by you is, yeah, it kind of feels like they are on, you know, 24/7 vigilance, you know, like they're always being seen by you. It's kind of like that. Like your energy is always around them. People who love you, really, they don't mind. But it's like your energy is very strong, okay? And sometimes they want to figure you out. Like sometimes they want to really know, because a lover, why wouldn't they want to know what you're truly feeling? Sometimes they feel like you don't show them what you truly feel. Like maybe there is a lot of depth that you hold inside, but you refrain yourself from saying too much, from letting out too much, from letting them know too much about you. And maybe that's the shadow side of you that you need to heal, pile number 3. But it's fine. Whatever you're doing is right now, okay? But when you do find the right person, right, who is actively trying to figure you out, who is really being there for you just the way you are, just the way you deserve to be, I hope you open up, okay? I hope you are not too hard on yourself and let your heart be caged for a long while. Don't do that. Don't do that, okay? Let that bird help you sometimes, okay? So yeah, that is your reading, pile number 3. I hope it helped. If you loved it, okay, let me know which part of this reading stood out to you. Your love is really unique, and I'm sure it's a privilege for someone to be in love with you, because you come off as this, not only a lover, you know, like just passionate, you know, all in with emotions. No, at first you're someone who builds the connection slowly. You're someone who becomes someone's best friend first and then a lover. That is your energy. You know, even if you say that you're gonna date this person, you take it slow. You take it slow, okay? Your love is blended with modern and yet traditional and conservative rules. You're very cautious, I might say. You challenge the norms of society. You're rebellious, yes, but you're also very cautious. And your love is very, very honest in that. It makes your lovers also know your energy is so clear. Your energy is so clear. It's like there's a sign of no BS stuck on your forehead. It's kind of like that. And you don't let anyone easily inside your heart. And when you do, they know that it is so rare and it's precious. Like they have finally cracked the sacred code of this universe, you know. That's how your lovers feel when they do it. So yeah, this is your reading, pile number 3. I hope you loved it, and if you did, let me know in the comment section which part of this reading stood out to you the most, okay? And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will be back with a new reading. And until then, pile number 3, take care and bye.